so much. Whoever told you that all men don't get starstruck, they don't know what they're talking about. Because as old as I am starstruck when I see this lady. I don't know the words, man. I love it. Put your hands together, show some love for Adina. All right. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I am starstruck, you know.
Listen, I am on the KSM show. I'm so happy to be
Well,
here.
good and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You do it all.
Thank
You're
you.
a two-time nominee, right? Now, last year, you won last year?
Two-time winner. I've been nominated.
Two-time winner and
I've been nominated like how many times? Maybe 4 or 5. 4 times, I think. Yeah. So it's with these
And you
two
won last year.
nominations, yeah. And this
Record
of the year and best female vocalist.
And this year,
And best female vocalist for Makoma.
yeah. Fantastic. How does it feel?
I feel like the work has just begun.
Yeah.
You know, we need to tighten our belts more. I feel like I have a huge responsibility on myself to work harder. And I feel like I represent all vocalists in Ghana. So every time I have a show, I don't have to let them down. I don't know, it feels like work.
It is work.
Yeah, it's not like popular song of the year or something. I'm not downplaying that, but I feel like when they give you something that's an industry-based award, it's a responsibility more than an honor. It's an honor, but it's also a responsibility. So
What amazes me, 2008,
yes.
Stars of the
Stars
Future.
of the Future.
You won.
Yes.
Wow. Whoever was on that panel, that picked her as a Star of the Future, 2008.
Yes.
And then, come 2018, you are kicking. I won't say what you're kicking, but you're still kicking. Fantastic. But after 2008, when you won Stars of the Future, and I guess everybody was waiting, okay, let's see what you're going to do. You sort of put a break on it and went to school.
Yes. When I won Stars of the Future, it was the year I was supposed to enroll into university. So I'd already, put in my admissions and everything, and I'd been accepted in Central University. So I had to go to school. So I tried to juggle the two, but I had management issues and stuff that I was like, you know what, let me just do school and do it well. Then once I'm done, I can do music all I want.
Smart idea, man. Show some love. So, was there like a dilemma, juggling school, music, or you just knew you were going to go to school?
I always knew I was going to finish school because I also always knew that I had the time to do music. What I wanted to do, which is very typical of me, was to challenge myself to see if I could do both school and music. But since I was having issues with the music side, I just let it go. But it's something I would have loved to do, to juggle, but
What issues?
It's just really management issues. Because when I won, I was assigned to a record label, and a lot of things were expected of me because this show was happening. Stars of the Future was happening every year. So at the end of my reign, there was a new winner who was also going to be doing stuff. So I felt like I had a huge responsibility to put out music, videos and stuff, and things weren't really going as planned. So I was a bit frustrated, and I moved management, and it wasn't all that rosy out there as well. So I said, you know what, let me just focus on school, and once I'm done, I can sort out this music thing properly.
Okay, so you just focus on school, you put the music on hold?
I mean, I did a bit of it because I did a song with J Soul, which was the next management team, and we got our very first VGMA nomination while I was in school. This was in 2011, I think. Yeah.
And then you finished school?
Yeah, then I finished school and decided and released Let Me Go. I don't know if people remember. Maminko, Honey Maya. Yeah. And then, we're here now.
So I know you do your own music, right?
Yes.
And you also have music written for you as well.
Yes.
As an artist, which one works? Are they all the same? Or you have a personal preference for the one you write yourself, or doesn't make any difference?
I actually love it when people write for me because I like to give the professionals their space to do their job. I don't, not to say that I'm not a professional, but I don't think I have reached that stage in my songwriting skills yet. So I prefer it when the people who know how to do, just do it and give me my hits and let me go. This is important.
Yeah. How easy or difficult was it to get somebody like Sarkodie to do a kola?
Well, fortunately for me, I have a management team that can easily call Sarkodie.
Oh, wow.
And make it happen. But I also must say that Sarkodie agreed to do the song because of how much he liked it or what he saw in the piece. I don't think it was just a favor. I'm sure if he wasn't really digging it, he'd have said,
it was
"Now pass."
Worthy of considering.
I believe that because obviously we're here now. And anytime he sees me, the last time I saw him was before the VGMA. I told him I was performing, and he thought I was going to do Makuma. So he was like, "Are you doing our song?" You know, and he said it with joy. And so I feel like he was proud of that song. That's why he decided to jump on it. It wasn't just a favor.
There are not, many women like in this industry. If I mean, it's still very much male dominated. Am I correct to say that, or am I just assuming?
It was very male dominated.
It was
some time back, especially when I started in 2008, if you want to call it that. But now I feel like there are so many other female musicians coming up every day. Some of them may not have reached mainstream yet, but they're still there.
What are do you have any special difficulties, special challenges being a woman in this area? Like people always say, Charlie, the women who are coming up, who really want to get some kind of recognition, have to do favors, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Have you encountered that?
I'm fortunate to not have encountered that. I don't know if it's because I started when I was very young, which doesn't even make sense because some of the women, that's when people exploit the ladies. But I don't know, I guess I was seen as a kid who just wanted to sing. So nobody thought of me in that regard. I don't know, I was lucky, or it was just God that made sure I didn't have any of these things in my way. But I haven't encountered any of those things.
Oh, wow. That is cool. Now, you have a very interesting background, right? Because you were born in Liberia.
Yes.
And
my mom is Ghanaian and my dad is South African.
Wow. Where's your mom now?
My mom is at home. No, she's at work.
Where does she work?
She makes clothes, so she has her own shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's a silly question, but how does she feel about you now?
She's so proud. Makuma is her ringtone. I was like,
really?
Mommy, I have a new song. Why isn't it your ringtone? She's like, yeah, Mama. So anytime anybody calls her, it says, Mama Kuma, Adina. And when I call her, she picks up and says, Adina. She's so proud of me. She's always been supportive from day one because she's a musical person as well.
Does she sing?
Yeah, she used to sing in the choir. She used to sing, when she was growing up and stuff. She always wanted to be a musician.
Wow.
According to her, the Ramblers band came around and she always wanted to join, but her parents said she should finish school first. So.
Okay.
But she's always been,
And your dad is from South Africa?
Yes, he is. But he passed away in 95.
95?
In a car accident in
really?
South Africa.
In South Africa?
Yes, so I never really got to meet him.
So do you know your South African connection? Have you?
Interestingly, when I did Stars of the Future, I think my name came up on the internet.
Okay.
And my dad had always been talking about me when he went back to South Africa. That,
really?
He had a child and we separated and stuff. And they gave us contacts to reach him, but we weren't able to. So the people there know of us in Ghana, but they had never met us. And then my name pops up on the internet that I'm doing a show called Stars of the Future. And I think it was shown on DSTV or something. So they happened to watch.
Wow.
And they started sending me messages on Facebook to say, my name is XYZ, we might be related, it's your dad, Sekumbuzu and Damzi and stuff.
Wow.
So I'm just there and I get all these messages from a lot of people who share the same surname as I do. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So that's how we go in touch.
Okay.
But I only got to see them last year.
So you connected with them?
Yeah,
in South Africa?
2017, yes.
Really? You went there just to see them, or?
Yes, I went there to see them.
Wow. How was it?
The first time, it was very dreamy. And I saw my dad and everything around me. It's a beautiful country. The second time, I got to go twice. The second time, I had the real connection with my people. We had like a whole night where we were just talking about my dad, and everybody started crying.
Wow.
Because I have siblings there as well. So they all just came, my cousins, It was only my manager who didn't cry. I don't know why. But yeah, they just started talking about my dad, memories of him, because they also missed him. He was away in Liberia, and then when he came back, shortly after, he died in a car accident. So it was just very crazy. But it was beautiful to reconnect with them. I'm yet to go and see my dad's grave, and I hear there's a whole ceremony that they have to do to welcome me into the land, because they all bury their father, like the ancestors are all buried at one place. So wherever you die, they'll still take your corpse to our hometown, which is very far. It's like 11 hours from Johannesburg. So
that is far.
Yeah, so we're going to plan a proper visit there. We'll go and see the people in the village. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that.
That's very exciting.
Yeah.
So you're now in touch with them? They write to you?
Yeah, now I feel like I'm complete. Yeah, we talk all the time. When I won, my sisters and cousins were excited. My aunt, my dad's younger sister, she was crazy. She was like, what? Congratulations, we're so proud of you. And it's nice to hear from the other side of the family. Now I feel like it's balanced.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Put your hands together. That's fascinating, man. Oh, when did your musical thing start? Did you always...
I was always that little kid that made noise at home. I would always pick like a stick or something, or the deodorant thing, and I'll be singing.
Really?
Screaming. Everybody knew. Wherever we lived, everyone around us knew that singing. I can sing, because I would always be making noise. Wow. That was me.
And so when did it start becoming something that you thought maybe I should pursue it as a career?
I mean, I'd always been singing in church since I was really little.
Okay.
When they say somebody wants to give a special number, my sister and I would go up. Funny enough, my sister used to sing. She was more bold, and I was the shy one behind her. But now things have changed. She's more quiet and humble.
You are there.
Yeah. So I always used to sing since I was young. So I always knew, because I always used to tell my mom that I want to be a musician when I grow up. So she's been supporting since I was young. It's like she understood. An interesting thing is, when I was born, we were in Liberia then. My dad was a medical officer for kids. What's their name?
Pediatric?
Yes.
Nutrition?
And so he was working somewhere else, in another part of Liberia. And my mom delivered, and he wasn't at home. A midwife helped her. And then she delivered. I was giving birth to in the house, and my mom calls my dad to say, Kumbi, I just gave birth to a girl. And he was like, wow, she's going to be called Adina. Adina Temri in Damzi. She's going to be a singer, and she will sing all over the world. So,
that's what he said?
Yeah, that's what my dad said.
Wow.
And then fast forward to when I was growing up, even without him, I'm always making noise and singing and stuff. So my mom, it's like she kind of felt like there was a connection with what my dad said and what's actually going on. So she's always been in support. And she knows that he was never there to see me, to see his words materialize. So it's like she feels like that's my connection. I feel that way too. My connection to my dad. So she's always been supportive.
What does the name Adina mean? Does he...
Yes, I looked it up sometime. That's actually how I found out that my dad was dead.
Really?
Because everyone asked me, what does Adina mean? What does Tembi mean? What does, and I didn't have any connection with my other parts. So my mom would just tell you, moms, they'll find like a nice meaning to your name. So I was like, I need to find out for myself. And I found out that it meant noble and gentle. So I was like, okay, great. Then I said Ndamzi. And then my sister's name came up, my dad's firstborn.
Okay.
Mama Sikanyile, but she used to be called Ndamzi. Then my dad's name pops up. And it was a letter she had written to a company she was working with, saying that her late dad, Dr. Richard Sekumbuzo Ndamzi. I'm like, that's my father's name.
Wow.
So he's dead. Because before that, I always imagined that I would go and do a show somewhere. Because I knew we had lost touch with him. And I didn't know how we were going to go to South Africa yet. So I was like, you know what, maybe I'll do a worldwide show. He'll be in the audience and I'll say, this song is dedicated to my dad. And then he'll see it and say, Doctor, that's me. I had it all planned out.
Wow.
And like, I didn't know. My mom apparently had heard. But she didn't want to tell me because she knew how. She had heard. Someone that she used to live with in Liberia had met her to say, oh, apparently your husband died, blah, blah, blah. So she had made her peace with that. And
so when you told her that you had found out, did you tell her?
I was with, Adoma, the musician?
Yeah, I know.
She were very good friends. We were like family friends. So then I was in her house. She and I went to the cafe back then. We were a bit old. We went to the cafe to do the research because I was around here and people would ask us all the time. So when I found out, I just took tears home. And her mom and dad called my mom to say, Adina just came back from the cafe crying that she just found out her dad is dead.
Oh,
did you know?
wow.
She's like, yeah, actually I did.
Wow.
But I didn't want to tell her.
Oh, wow.
So it was like a whole new, and they all came to console. It's fine, you know, you have a father in God.
Yeah.
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 But it was the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That looks like a movie, you know. This
I know.
Movies are made of, you know, these stories make great movies.
Well, and you make movies, don't you?
I do.
So when you decide, please, I like to act.
I'll talk to your manager.
Yeah, no, you don't have to talk to my manager. My manager has to talk to you.
Well, the manager, wherever you are, if you're listening, come and talk to me. Put your hands together, man. This is fabulous. But let's pull it off, man. Claim It Softly.
Yes.
That's the latest.
Yes, featuring Kwame Eugene.
Yeah. This one too, your management put it together, or you call him, you and Kwame Eugene?
No, Kwame Eugene had already written the song.
Oh,
he wrote it originally
okay.
for himself.
Okay,
And
okay,
he thought,
okay.
no, Adina, this is a song that you should be on.
Wow.
You know, just put me on it.
Wow.
So
Wow.
we put it together. And he had written it last year, 2017. So we recorded it last year, actually. So this year, we had a conversation. My management team, we talked, and we decided we were going to release more songs this year. So we decided to put it out first, as the first single.
Is there anybody out there that you want to collaborate with, Ghana and internationally? Who do you really want to work with if you have to?
I mean, I don't think it's hard to work with anybody in Ghana, so I would love to work with so many female musicians, Efia, Miss V. We've already started conversations, so in Ghana, it's not hard.
Okay.
So in Nigeria, I would love to work with Tiwa Savage. I think she's doing amazing. I would have said Brenda Fassie, but she's dead. May her soul rest in peace. Miriam Makeba, she's dead. There's Yvonne Chaka Chaka, which I happened to meet briefly. It would be nice to do a record with her. I would love to do a song with Beyonce. Now, if God is watching, God, if you're listening, I'd like that to happen before she dies or I die. Amen. Yes.
Amen. I'm hoping that when we put this on YouTube, she'll get the message and get in touch. Yeah. Oh, that is fantastic. Well, you know, what really impresses me was the fact that just when you were rising, you still found it very necessary, take a break, go to school, study. It's environment and...
Development studies.
Environment studies.
Yes.
Fantastic. You know, went there, got that degree, and then came back and said, music world, now I'm ready for you. And not only am I ready, I'm going to kick your behind. And you've done that. Congrats, man. Congrats. How did you feel taking that award for the second time?
I was surprised because there were giants in that category.
Yeah.
And I was honored to be the one to be picked. I feel like, you know, and I always said that before the award show, that if they selected just a few of us to be in the category, it means we did amazing that year. So we are all, you know, eligible to win, each and every one of us. So if I was asked who else am I rooting for apart from myself, I'll say each and every one of them, because I saw how hard they worked.
Yeah.
You know, we all worked hard.
Fantastic.
So I was honored to be the one to take the plaque home. But I feel like we're all winners. So shout out to all the other ladies on the list, Namaya, Efia, Becca, Ms. V.
Bring them up. And my very, very last question. Are you dating? My crew, if I don't ask this...
I always tell people that I go on their shows that it's something I don't really like talking about. I don't know, how am I going to tell you that? It's something I don't like talking about because I feel like it's not relevant to what I do. The industry is crazy as it is already. And having to stay sane with all the news and what people are putting out today, you've done this, more of that. It's the only part of my life that I like to
keep by yourself.
You know what I mean?
I respect it. I respect it.
Thank you.
I respect it. Was it? Who said you're frustrated because you have short hair? Some. I know.
No, me? Is that what they told me?
No, they made it. No, they didn't tell you.
Statement.
They made a general statement.
I think I heard.
The woman with short hair.
Luchot.
Oh, my man.
They said if anyone cut their hair, it means they're frustrated.
Yeah.
I don't believe it more. I've cut my hair now and it's so liberating because I used to be such a huge fan of hair. I used to do weaves way before I started doing the braids and keeping it natural. You know, I used to do a lot of weaves and I realized, you know what, I'm very light. So sometimes it's hard for people to tell, and if I want my identity to stand out, I might as well keep it close to where I'm from as much as
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
And when I went to SA, all my cousins had cut their hair.
Really?
My cousin, one cousin
So-
who works with KPMG, it's like you think, you know, in Ghana, when you cut your hair and you dye it, they think you're wild.
Yeah.
But in SA, the doctors, the lawyers,
They're all-
they've all done and they put color, and it's
Yeah.
just beautiful how they embrace
I hear
their
you.
natural, you know, hair texture. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I give it a try? It was very scary, but I'm happy with the results.
Put your hands together, man. Adina, it's great having you here, and congratulations one more
Thank
time.
you so much.
And
Thanks for
the
having
future is so big. What in the last few seconds that we have, what are your expectations now? What should we expect from Adina?
Like I said, I think the work has just started.
Just
so I'm
started.
looking forward to doing more and more and pushing to the very end. My dad said I was going to sing all over the world, so I am going to sing all over the world.
All right. And actually see you and Beyonce doing it, you know.
Amen.
Yeah. And when that happens, oh yeah, somebody said it in Ghana
KSM
sometime.
confirmed that was going to happen. I remember.
Thank you so much. Congratulations
Thank you
one
so
more
much.
time.
Thank you for having me.
Your charming personality, and stay blessed and keep doing what you're doing.
Same to
and
you.
The sky is, it's not your limit, it's your
starting
springboard.
point.
That's where it
Thank you.
starts.
Thank you.
Show some love one more time. And keep around, folks. We will be back.